All right. Good afternoon. You're attending an ethics board meeting for the city of Baltimore for Wednesday, May 11th, 2022. The time is 2:37 p.m. My name is Stephen Fogelman. I'm the chair. We'll call this meeting to order, but before I do, you need to know that per the Open Meetings Act, the board discloses that it adjourned its virtual open meeting on April 13, 2022 to enter into administrative session at approximately 2:50 p.m. with all board members present. Members discussed administrative matters, including complaints. Likewise, the board may need to close some or all of this meeting today to preserve the confidentiality mandated by the Ethics Code or is otherwise authorized by the State Open Meetings Act. Likewise, upon adjournment of the open session, the board may reconvene for an administrative session to discuss non-public administrative functions of the board. With that, I would ask our honorable vice chair and members if we may go out of order today to speak with our guest regarding our single solicitation waiver application, Mr. Aaron DeGraffenreich. Everybody on board?
Yep.
Great,
yes.
Mr. DeGraffenreich, welcome. Can I
Good
hear
afternoon.
you?
Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Tell us about your the solicitation waiver application for the annual holiday toy drive.
So this solicitation waiver is a request so that the council president's office can engage in a solicitation for a toy drive for the holiday season. We ran this same endeavor just about 5 and 6 months ago, and it was pretty successful. And so the team wanted to try to just recreate it as much as possible. And so that's what this waiver is requesting, permission to do. The fiscal sponsor, as last time, is the movement team, and they did a good job of tracking the donated gifts and donated funds, and organizing the distribution events that we were involved with last December. So that's it in a nutshell. The particular dates for because there will be different events like they did last year with to have a sort of anchor points for collection of donations and distribution of the items. Those dates aren't set yet, but I envision that that's how it's going to go this year, where there'll be several of those events at different points in the calendar in different parts of the city. And with that, I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone from the board may have for us.
Just two questions. One, did we get a report for the last effort, or was it due yet, Mara? And two, who is managing the financial part of this one?
Yeah, I'll jump in there. We did receive a very comprehensive report from Mr. DeGraffenreich, and actually mentioned that it was incredibly thorough, went above and beyond in some ways. They're partnering, it looks like, with the same sponsor as last time, the movement team. I know there had been some initial concern before the last solicitation of whether they, would be able to account for both in-kind donations, monetary donations, et cetera. But that appears to have been very successful, at least according to the final report last time.
Okay, good. All right, thank you.
And I'm realizing as we Jeff mentioned the follow-up information we provided last time, that the last request, there was additional information that the ethics board needed, and happy to provide additional background on the movement team if that's necessary.
Yeah, and we provided that last time, and I think that was satisfactory to the board. I didn't provide it this time around, but I'm happy afterwards if the board would like to see that again.
So, Jeff, do you have any idea where the feedback is coming from?
We're trying to figure that out.
I think it's, and maybe your headphones, Steve.
It's hard to.
Yeah, so I actually put them on so that there wouldn't be feedback. Yeah, and I keep getting muted. So I'll take them off. I thought it'd actually be easier. And I switched to headphones because I keep losing my earbuds. So this way, they're both attached. So let me go
Sounds
back to
okay
regular.
now.
Yeah, it does sound fine.
Yeah, I
when you're
moved
speaking.
away.
Okay.
It might be the proximity I had. Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe at least put it on mute when you're not speaking. See, that takes care of it too.
Like do that now before I lose my mind. Sorry for that.
Oh, I just muted him.
Okay, thank you.
I mean,
Mr.
just-
DeGraff and Reed, I have a question for you that may seem irrelevant, but it's not irrelevant to me. Do you have any kin who went to Morgan by chance?
No, not to my knowledge. No, nobody in my family went to Morgan. As far as I
That's,
know.
your name, your last name is one that's not a name that commonly is encountered by me. And there was a DeGraff and Reed who was at Morgan and who took part in the rifle team when I was there. And I thought it has to be connected. I mean, but I was wrong. It doesn't have to be.
Well, so I'll tell you, I had a similar interaction maybe about 2.5 months ago. Long story short, the golf pro at Forest Park Golf Course said, "Hey, do you know so and so DeGraff and Reed who lives in,
Right.
in my neighborhood?" And I said, "I have no idea who these people are, but I need to find out." Now, this is the second time in 3 months that someone has mentioned this other family in the same small jurisdiction with this
Right.
odd last name. I'll take the hint and I'll look them up.
Good, because they may start to sign your checks.
Let's hope not.
I hope not. Sorry.
Baltimore is a real thing. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. DeGraff.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Well, thank you all very much. And as I said, if there are any questions that come up, please feel free to email me, give me a call. I'm happy to provide whatever's needed.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Well, thank you. You all have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay, I make the motion that we approve it.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Hi.
Aye.
The motion carries and the solicitation waiver is approved. We'll move into our written minutes approval for April 13th. Does anybody see any suggested corrections or edits?
I have one correction. The help desk, there should be, I believe it's one additional ethics inquiry that I had logged after the meeting. So that would bring the number of help desk requests to 190 for March for a total of that fiscal year total would have been 960. That's the only correction.
All right. I move to approve the April 13 public meeting minutes subject to Mara's edits. I have a second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of the approval of the April 13 minutes with edits, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Minutes are approved. Jeff and Mara, talk to us.
All right, so moving into a brief administrative update, we'll go through the categories we often hit here. Ethics training wise, we had 32 people enrolled in the training in April. And Mara provided one for DGS attendees who were not otherwise necessarily required to take the training, but DGS had reached out proactively and just wanted to provide some for more information. So she did a wonderful job on that, and I believe was very engaged in that training and received some good feedback. So it's good to have still a mix of some live options and our automated training. We have 230 people enrolled in the May training, so that's a pretty high number. And then we've been informed by DHR, Department of Human Resources, that their training platform is going dormant for a couple of months until they roll it back out in the Workday platform in August. So we will probably be providing the training through our website in that interim period before DHR is back up and running on the Workday platform. Total training attendees in fiscal year 2022 is 697. As far as help desk goes, in April, we had 287 help desk requests. By far, the largest number, 239 of those concerned financial disclosure statements, which Mara will get into the details of the financial disclosure process at this point in just a second, but she handled by far the lion's share of those. And again, as with last season, did an outstanding job being customer service oriented and friendly and helping people with anything from technical problems to forgetting their password to, walking them through the schedules. So, and I think that's quite a lot less help desk requests on the financial disclosure front than last year, at least at this time. Is that right, Mara? We don't need exact numbers, but at least generally.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know if I'm remembering correctly, but last year was close to 500-600. It was outrageous. So it's substantially better than last year.
Yeah, but don't say it like it's a bad thing. It was a good thing because it was the first year we aggressively rolled out the financial disclosure in a long time.
It's definitely a good
500 was great because it was the first time. 200 is still a strong showing, and I'm just amazed because 2 short years ago we didn't have any calls, we didn't have any questions, we didn't have any complaints, and that's just a sign of no program. So all of these things are strong indicators of a vital vigorous program. So that's all.
Also, and to your point, I think the questions this year I noticed were much more substantive, actually asking for guidance on the law and what to disclose versus technical, like how to change your password. Right. So I did see a difference this year for sure.
Good.
Yeah, and some of the small technical tweaks that we requested to the system after last year were implemented, and that helped a bit. So. Also on help desk, so we're still averaging high 20s, around 30 for the substantive ethics inquiries per month, and that was the same for April, so 27 of those. And then a smattering on trainings, lobbyist gift solicitations, things like that. So that does bring our total help desk for fiscal year 2022 to 1,170.
Would a video presentation of how to complete the disclosure form that we can refer inquirers to be helpful or harmful? I can say that Mara is a customer service angel as far as I'm concerned. And she really helped me walk me through it for the second year in a row. I'm embarrassed to say, but not that embarrassed, but a wonderful help. And I'm just wondering if it could be a video presentation that we could say to a person, go to this, use this URL and try it. And then if it doesn't work for you, come back and the live person will help you. Just asking, just thinking.
Mara, I'll let you take that one because I know we do have some video tutorials.
Yes, so actually on our website, we have a video tutorial for each page of the form, and it's very much like press this button, here you're going to fill out this. So we do have tutorial videos, and we put them up last year. Some people still require or would like a little bit more assistance with understanding, so I don't foresee us being able to create any additional videos. But that being said, I can tell you, so our schedule 1, so that's about real property, that video has 1,500 views. So they are viewed frequently. We have total, it's probably up to a few thousand views for all of these videos. So we have been referring people to them. So that's been really helpful. And then for those who would like additional assistance, I feel like we will always get phone calls as well. But I love tutorial videos. I think it's always a great idea.
Okay.
And it's probably up to you based on the call if it makes sense to just kind of, walk through versus sending them back to, a video or something, I'm sure.
Okay.
And many questions are very situational, so that you have to go case by case. But we do provide the videos in all of our emails or a link to the instructions, so that they have been really helpful.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, what was 1,600 views for the account creation tutorial, and then 16 views from our last ethics meeting. So somebody's finding some of these videos useful.
We're just not being exciting enough.
I know.
That being said, we typically have like 30 views a month or one October had almost 70 views. I don't really know who's watching these on YouTube.
We're slipping, folks.
Wow.
We're slipping.
All right.
So let me ask another question. Is there a requirement, back in my previous life, it was you had to fill it out annually, and if there were changes, you had to fill it out intermittently. Is that kind of requirement
No,
here in
not
the city?
not currently. That would require a legislative change to add that.
Okay, just checking. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see, rounding out a few more numbers here. Complaints, since the last ethics board meeting, I believe there was one new complaint. We'll talk about that. That brings the current open complaints to 3, and then closed complaints for fiscal 2022 is 9. And then advisory opinions, I don't think we've issued any since the last meeting, but fiscal 2022, we've issued 8, and of those, published 4 of them. And then, Mara, if you want to give a brief overview of how the financial disclosure process has gone, because the deadline was May 2nd this year, so we're already, beyond that and now into the notification stages of things.
Yes, so the deadline was last Monday. Under the law, there's various steps you need to take sending overdue notices. And the first step is to send a 5-day late notice. I sent that to a little over 400 people, or a little over 400 outstanding filers as of Monday. And since then, a significant number of people have filed. I don't have those exact numbers because they're constantly filing, but we'll have a 15-day notice in another 10 days, and then I'll have some more exact numbers of where we stand. It is a lot better than last year. I took a quick look at our numbers from last year. I think it was close to 600-700 outstanding filers. So we cut that down significantly this year. And yes, that's where we stand with financial disclosures currently. And then I guess I'm just going to move right into gift solicitation reports. Just as an update, we received 1 application, which was just approved, 1 final report, 3 interim reports, and we currently have 9 active campaigns, and 9 have expired this fiscal year. And that brings us up with all the metrics.
Yep, and I don't believe there's any other new or old public business at this point.
All right, let's go ahead and move to the administrative session. Thank you all.